Another question that we have is, I'm a licensed hairstylist, salon owner. I do not have a background in chemistry or biology. I do have a desire based on experience behind the chair to develop a product for moisture slash detangle styling for natural hair. Are the chemists who will help, are there chemists who will help me with formulations, ratios, safe, preservative alternatives? What should be done before this happens? Margaret, I'll start with you first. I could have started with Angela. Either one would have been fine.
Yeah.
Go for it, Margaret.
No, but no, I often say, don't disregard your knowledge because you are a hairstylist. You see a lot of stuff that the bench chemist really does not see. The bench chemist sometimes they work on because chemically it said this should happen and that can happen. Okay, yeah, sure. The beautiful thing, if both of them are working together, then you come up with some ideas. I tell people, get a notebook, a bind notebook with pages, pre-numbered. Write down what do you see when you use XYZ product. That's your research that you're going to get, and you're going to find a chemist who will either say, yeah, I'll make it from scratch, and they pay X amount of dollars, or they make it with you, or they have something similar. Because guess what? They've been doing this for years, right? Angela, you've been doing. So you have something that will work and help you develop the product that you want. So that's my take on it. Is don't down yourself because you're not a scientist. Everybody's not. Everybody say I'm a chemist. I've been doing. It's just like a ball game. You gotta each time you go out on the field, you gotta win the game again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just real. Go ahead, Angela.
Yeah, I totally agree, Margaret. I feel like everyone has a position and a role to play. And I know my clients, I learned so much from them, and the majority of them are stylists because they actually have, I call it the actual experience. I always go back to the chemical equation where, you got theory and chemists coming in with a whole lot of theory.
Yes.
And then you have actual, how that product is actually going to perform on hair. You need them both. Because if you're just going based on the application, then you're not really understanding which ingredients in the formula are contributing to the performance. And sometimes you realize that it really wasn't just the one product. You're talking about the one product, but then when you start talking in more details, you realize that it was several products. It was more of the regimen. And so with both the stylist and the chemist coming in with the understanding of hair, and the stylist sharing her knowledge and expertise on the application and how the hair respond to the product at each step, then that allows the chemist to be able to picture that from a chemical equation point of view. You get a chance to see which ingredients are going to be key to deliver, the desired performance. So they go hand in hand. One cannot work without the other. You need that stylist / educator to actually work with the scientist to help develop the product.
Yeah, and and you also got to understand that some of these ingredients that, and I hate to use the word natural because that's a whole nother conversation, but some of these ingredients never really pass our bench because the companies who we purchased from, they were using synthetic product. They didn't take the herbs and spices that we see today that's in the hair care product. The folklore did it. Not to say it didn't work, it's just that they just didn't use it. I mean, every day when you could go and you could read some things about herbs and it would do certain things, it's like, whoa. Like I told somebody, oregano is very powerful. The herb, the essential oil, oregano, I said, but nobody really pushed it. The only essential oil that came out first, I think, to me, was besides lemongrass, was tea tree. Then they started talking about the other ones as you started venturing and learning about it. But and it took them some years to do it. Castor oil was given only when your mother or father, your parents would give you castor oil during the seasonal change. But no one, and there's several people did look at it as a castor oil pack, look at it for taking care of stuff, tags off your system, but nobody, this is not going across the scientist bench. And I remember the times that we couldn't even purchase some of those things, but we didn't know where to go get them.
Yeah.
So
And
it's a secondary point to her question. What does she need to do? So she knows she knows she's an integral part of the decision-making process. She wants to start her own line. She wants to get with the chemist. Is there something she needs to do? And I say a chemist, I'm just going to say she wants to get with Angela. She wants to get with Angela, get this product made. Angela, what does she need to do before she comes to see you?
I think Margaret actually said it also. Write down exactly what her regimen is right now. And to be honest, I always say start videoing some of your product application, because when they say a picture is worth a million words, that is so true. Because sometimes when we're writing it down, we're missing something. I'll look at a video and say, oh, but we didn't discuss this, but I saw it in the video. Can you elaborate on it? So start videoing your work and sit down and just think about the regimen, because sometimes it helps the stylist also because they're hands-on. They got another client coming in, so they are just moving through the process to get the job done because they know that's what they need to do and that's what they have to do. Sometimes if you video it and you sit back and look at it, then they may even pick up on something that they didn't realize during the application as it relates to how the hair respond to the treatment. And I think of it the same as looking at a movie. You know how you always say, man, when I watched that movie the second time, I saw something I didn't see the first time. I mean, it's real. So it gives you that opportunity to have a better understanding. Doesn't mean you have to have all of the answers to the questions, because as we talk and then I start sharing my expertise as it relates to hair types also, there's going to be some other things surface, but just do some homework so that when we meet, we have a very engaging and good conversation.
Nice.
And let's add one more thing is that wherever you get your raw materials from, if you're doing it on your own, make sure you write the name of the company, because that, like some people say they get vitamin E. Well, if you look at the ingredient, it's really sunflower oil and vitamin E. Okay, so she would know. Otherwise, you would go straight to vitamin E. Okay, so just make sure you take those notes. And the videos, that's a good answer. I like that.
Yeah. Now, just to clarify, if you want to do a DIY, then Margaret, we kind of have dual roles here. Margaret will talk you through the ingredients that you're already using and how you want to put the product together. I don't do the DIY support because we have someone else too with that expertise. And I also don't do reverse engineering because I always share with everyone that it will take just as much time, in my opinion, to develop a product from reverse engineering as starting from scratch and doing a customized formula. And the main reason is the process. It's not just the ingredients, it's also the process. I always give an example that you can give two women, and I know because it happened with me and my mother, you can give two women the same 10 ingredients for a cake. Mine never come out like hers. We have the same ingredients. So sometimes I think she's leaving out something, but I do know the importance of process, and you don't get that in reverse engineering.